everybody! I thought I would share a project that I decided to tackle this weekend. I had seen this project a long time ago on Tracy Savely's channel. She doesn't do videos anymore, and I don't think she's crafting. So I had seen her, I guess she had done a swap, and it's a stacked envelope swap. It's like supposed to be like a stack of letters, but there's a hidden box inside. So that's what I created here, and I've been wanting to try this for a while, and I had seen her video many years ago, probably 3 or 4 now, and I put that on my list of things I wanted to do. So I created this stack here, this envelope stack, using the Keller Kurtz & Company paper from Hobby Lobby. It's a huge stack, but the papers are really thin, which is good and bad, I guess, for this. But I wanted to do like a vintage shabby look. So I picked some papers out of there, and all of the envelopes I made using my punch board. So I didn't buy envelopes and cover them. I just created envelopes using the paper. And then I cut up some of the package boxes, like, you know, the corrugated cardboard to put inside. That's what you use to make the envelopes look a lot thicker. So if you look at the stack from the side, I believe I have 13 envelopes here. The bottom and the top are not part of the actual box, so that they construct the bottom of the box and then the top of the box. And then the inside is basically the height of your box on the inside. So I'll put a link to the tutorial that I watched to create this. It was pretty easy to do. It's just kind of tedious in a way, because you have to cut a hole in every single envelope on the inside. And I went ahead and distressed the edges to make the envelopes look like they were older. And I used the tea dye distressing to do that. And then I also created my own postage stamps from the same paper stack. And so you can see some of the postage stamps kind of peeking out from the top. The postage stamps that I created, I used a dye. I used 2 different dyes from Paper Tray Ink. They're right here. Sorry for the glare. These 2 postage stamps are different sets. So I believe this came from a Make It Market kit, the one in the back with the stitching on it. And then this one is from an older set, and I think it goes with this particular set right here. And I don't even have the name of the set, because I bought it used from somebody, and this is how they had it stored. And I'll have to look up the name, but there's my Make It Market kit stamps in the back, but it didn't come with, you know, like a postage stamp in it. I guess that would be this one here. But there is a die in here for the mailbox. Anyway, so I created this stack with that paper, and I basically just tied this crochet trim around it. You don't really need it to keep it closed, but it adds like a decorative edge. So it makes it look like there's a stack that sits on your table, but it's actually a hidden box. And so it's very light. And on the top envelope, I created the flap, and the flap is actually made from some Teflon paper, and then this sheet of paper, decorative paper from the stack. And you can see I also put a wax seal on the top envelope. It's got an M on it. I don't know if you can see that. And I just did the wax seals by dripping some of the wax seal stuff onto a Teflon sheet, my craft mat, and then I put the stamp into it, so I could just peel it up when it got cooled down. And then I just hot glued it, not hot glued. I used my Helmar's glue to stick it down to the paper. So I didn't actually do the seal onto the paper. I didn't want it to fall off later on. So there's the box. So you can see that bottom envelope is right through there. And then I also lined it with some more of the decorative paper and some lace from Esme's Crafty Me Shop. This lace, I also used the tea-dye distressed ink on it to make it look more vintage. And I'm going to put some goodies down in here, but I thought I would go ahead and share with you the project that I made. It took longer, and it wasn't really a complex thing. It just took a long time because I had to cut the 11 envelopes. I had to cut a rectangle into. So basically what I did was I decided how big I wanted my box to be, and then I cut a rectangle into the first one, and then I stacked it on top of the next layer, which is this little flowery envelope right here, the blue one, and I stacked it on top. I traced it with a pencil, and then I cut it out, and then glued the two together. So as I was building this, the layers got thicker and thicker because I glued down the bottom piece after I had cut it. And you'll see a whole bunch of rough edges on the inside, and then what I did was, before I glued the final piece to the bottom one, I measured the width of the stack and then cut 2 pieces of paper with some folds in them to line the inside of the box, so you wouldn't see the jagged edges of the corrugated cardboard stacked up all on the inside. So the box on the inside is 4 by 3, and my finished envelopes, the larger envelopes that I used or created, were 8.5 by 6, and the lid size, let me get a measurement for that so you know, is 7.25 by 6.25, about thereabouts. So I used, the majority of my envelopes are the larger size, and there's probably like 4 of the smaller size in here, and I just wanted kind of a variety so that the stack would look a little different throughout. And it's not very heavy, which is kind of neat. You can see I did the stack so that you could see some of the postage that I created. Others do not have any postage at all. But I think it looks more realistic that way. So that is my project share for today, and I hope you like it. I will probably be making another one of these because I'm gonna do a swap with somebody. This particular applique on the top is a applique from, it's actually 2 separate appliques that I cut apart. This is from the Crafty Me shop, from Esme Shop on Facebook. It's really pretty vintage pink with silver leaves, and then there's even sequins and seed beads sewn in there. So yeah, that's my little project for today, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.